Worcester Academy had many alumni who went on to World War I. You would expect their deaths to be a result of the war, but this was actually not the case for many of the soldiers. Some of the common ways to pass away were influenza, pneumonia, appendicitis, and infected wounds. Many of the soldiers died from these sicknesses that are now very easy to cure. We found that the common age of the soldiers when they passed away was around 34 years old. The majority of the soldiers had been recently married, and surprisingly, many had been married less than a year before they died. It seemed common back then for many of these soldiers to attend Worcester Academy for only a year or two. It was interesting to read the different stories of the soldiers. Some of them seemed very similar to one another, while others stood out. One story stood out in particular. Lieutenant Carl A. Dudley was from Keene, New Hampshire, and was born on February 27, 1889. He attended Worcester Academy and was a member of the class of 1906. After a year and a half, he dropped down to the class of 1907. His experience at Worcester Academy stood out because of his involvement in the community. He was not like most of the other soldiers in that he stayed and attended Worcester Academy throughout high school. He was a highly influential member of the Board of Monitors, was very involved in sports, and was the one who changed the school newspaper's name to the Vigornia. He was the editor-in-chief. He was a class orator during his senior year and also played on 3 of the class championship teams in sports. He enjoyed debating and went on to Harvard after graduating from Worcester Academy.